Let me tell you. It was a harrowing journey. I hated leaving. Mary and I had just rented this house. It was small, but it was good. It was in a nice part of town. A little bit out of our price range, but it was worth it. The neighborhood kids were good. Good place for Jesus to grow up. And things were good for a while. First couple months. And then out of the blue, these three men came. And they looked like nothing I'd ever seen before, and I couldn't understand a word they were saying. They came into the house, and they asked if they could see our son. Or at least they pantomimed. I mean, I couldn't understand what they were saying, but it was obvious to Mary and I that they wanted to see our kid. And so it was like, okay, like, he's right over there. And then they opened up those boxes. My God, I have never seen such wealth. They had a box of gold, and a box of frankincense, and a box of myrrh. I'd seen myrrh before. It's used as a perfume. I mean, Mary doesn't wear it because we can't afford that, but I've seen it in the stalls, in the marketplace, yeah. But right there in our house, oh my gosh, I was surprised. And then all of a sudden they left. They didn't stay very long, 10 minutes most, and then they were gone right away. And that's when it got chaotic. It was chaos after that. Mary and I did not have a chance to grab anything. It was in the middle of the night. We just grabbed the clothes we had on our back, some things for the babies. Thank God Mary grabbed. I don't even know how she thought about this in the chaos of running around our house. She grabbed that gold, she grabbed that frankincense, and she grabbed that myrrh. Because we needed it. We sold, as we were running away, and the further we got, and day after day, we traded. Those gifts from those wise men kept us alive on the road out of Bethlehem. Have you ever tried running with a 2-year-old before? Like when you're in a hurry, have you ever tried that? Have you ever tried it when someone's trying to kill you? That's different. It's like really slow and you don't know what to do. I felt bad at first. I felt bad at first because the longer we were on the road, people sort of joined us. And I heard the stories of what was going on in Bethlehem. It was ugly. It was ugly because Herod, the soldiers, they did what Herod said. And I have thought about this all my life. I could have warned some of them. Because Mary and I got a head start. I had a dream that one night, and I don't know if I believe in angels. I mean, do you believe in angels? I mean, it must be, because I had this vision or a dream, or maybe I don't know, drank too much wine, something. But we got warned. And I didn't tell anybody else. We just took off that night. But we heard the stories. Anybody who had enough money and who had a kid 2 years old or under joined us on that road. Day after day, one by one, more and more families and kids would be on that road, all heading down to Egypt. There were some nice people on the road, some nice towns. Some people gave us some food. This one town gave us like a whole bunch of barley bread. Barley bread's not my favorite. I mean, it's nobody's favorite. It's the poor bread. But they gave us so much of it that it lasted for a long time. For all of us, most of us at least, anyone who could grab a piece before it was all gone. We ate that for a while. But what was funny is that they wouldn't let us stay there. They were nice people in this town on the way down to Egypt. They were nice. They gave us food. They gave us water. They let us camp outside their town for like 2 days. But after that, they said, there's not enough work in this town for all of the people who are here. You need to keep moving. So we kept moving. We were trying to get to Heliopolis. There's a bunch of Jews in Heliopolis. A bunch of Jews actually all over Egypt, but I had a distant relative in Heliopolis. So we thought if we can get to Heliopolis, I can get a job, we could stay there for a while. And wait it out. I don't know. We didn't have a plan. Other than staying alive, we didn't have a plan. And then we hit the border. I've never seen such an ugly sight. We'd been gone for weeks now, mind you, weeks. Of running with a 2-year-old, with rumors about troops coming to kill your kids. And then we get to this border with Egypt, 20-foot high, log poles driven down into the ground. We couldn't, it was like, we were all speechless. They spaced the poles wide enough so you could see through them, but close enough so that not even Jesus could slip through. That's where we stayed. We were kind of stuck there. Couldn't go back north. We were on the edge of Idumea. Rumors about Herod sending down troops, but couldn't get across the border into Egypt. Now I know what you're saying. It shouldn't make any difference because Idumea, Judea, Galilee, Samaria, that's all Roman. Egypt is Roman. The whole thing is Roman. Rome owns everything. But here's the difference. Herod wasn't in charge in Egypt. So that's why we were safe. But apparently somebody was afraid of us, scared of us. I don't know what. Does Mary look scary to you? Or Jesus? Maybe it was me. 20-something-year-old man looking for work, trying to feed his family, keep his kid alive. Well, eventually there were thousands of us down there at the border, trapped. Hard to get water, hard to get food, doing nothing all day, unless you count begging. begging for food and begging for water. We did that. The frankincense, gold, and myrrh had run out a long time ago. Small group of us. We sort of formed a little clan within this thousands of people, some people that we sort of tented together. And one night we talked. And we said, well, I think we need to climb over. The rumors were getting worse that Herod actually was going to send some troops down, because we were still on the other side. We were still on the side he controlled. Mary and I talked it over. We didn't know it. I mean, 20 feet, how? You know, at night, after we had talked about this plan, at night, Jesus and I we'd go down to the wall. And we'd watch the sun set. Egypt just on the other side of these poles, 10 inches away. The sunlight casting long shadows on our side of the border. And Jesus would look over there. Say, Daddy, how come we can't go there? I don't know what you'd say. Daddy, why can't we go over there? I don't know. Some dude in Rome doesn't want you there? I just kept my mouth shut. I didn't say a thing. Just, sorry, no words for you, son. Ain't got no words. So a couple nights later, the group of us decided that was our plan. So we scouted out part of the fence that the border guards didn't like to go to. It was way on the way far edge. And it was kind of desolate. It was hard to get to. And so we thought we'd try there. So a group of us, about 20, 30 of us, grab what we can. Not very much, because you got to go 20 feet up in the air and drop down on the other side. Go down over there. We raise up one guy, and he's got a rope, and he lifts the rest of us over, drops one guy on the other side, and that guy then helps all of us kind of up and over. When Mary dropped over on the other side, and Jesus and I were still on this side, it was the scariest moment of my life. Because more than anything else, I wanted Jesus on that side. I didn't care what happened to me. So Jesus was next. Up and over he went and plopped down. Thank God I made it too. I don't know how. It was so nerve-wracking. I went up and over, plopped down, and the three of us just took off running. Like, hurry up, Jesus, and run. You just keep running. Just go over those trees over there and just don't stop. You just keep running. I looked over my shoulder one last time. And I thought about Bethlehem. Bethlehem. Just so you know, our hometown is not Nazareth. We had to go to Nazareth, according to the story that they tell about us. But Bethlehem, it's where Jesus was born. I thought about Bethlehem. Would we ever see Bethlehem again? Will my son ever see his hometown again? I don't know. I hope we do. I hope we see Bethlehem again. But I don't know.